A recent movie called Project Hail Mary just came out. Why not give you a John brained analysis? Before we continue, please like and subscribe so this channel can keep going. Okay, back to the show. We start off with a rugged Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling, wakes up sickly in a spaceship. He also has amnesia as he doesn't know where he is or where he left off from. Then he gets a flashback of his teacher days, talking to kids about the Earth's safety and all that jazz about astronomy. And he starts to cut his hair and remember things more and seems to find his way back. At present, he gets confronted by another science research lady who tells him that she needs his help on saving the sun of all things on Earth. Yeah, Ryland is a science aka astronomy teacher. Camera cuts to the next scene where Ryland is in a lab suit trying to discover these new bacteria through a microscope to see if it's living or dead. It's said to be aliens or something outside this world. It turns out that the new life form is made of mostly water. Then Ryland and his assistant briefly talk about this new discovery of the life form, and they mention that light keeps it moving around, at least in the microscope view. Camera cuts to Ryland and his other assistant, aka government agent, going to the store to buy science equipment, mostly duct tape and aluminum foil. Then we look again at this strange life form. Then Ryland takes a flight and meets the first science assistant. And he gets put into this government science place where they are discussing this new project called Hail Mary. By this point, Ryland is granted security clearance to know about this project. They're now talking about saving Earth's sun as well as saving other stars or planets. They're now talking about building a spaceship for this adventure, as Ryland is the only trusted scientist for this project. Camera cuts to Ryland inside the spaceship. Something happens, and then he loses gravity in the spaceship. By this time, he's figuring out the spaceship a bit more, and he's seeing some strange things out in space, and he's finally figured out how to fly the spaceship without it only flying manually. Now there are things in space being thrown at the spaceship, and Ryland wants to discover what they are. So he gets out of the spaceship, grabs one of these rolling pin-like things, and tests one of them. Camera cuts to Ryland flying the spaceship, goofing around and discovering a rolling pin-like substance. And then Ryland goes outside the spaceship and seems to discover an alien of some sort. By this point, he's kind of just flying around discovering new things about the ship, maintaining his gravity while being tied up, and going to more chemistry sets. I should also point out that NASA is involved in this story as Ryland is wearing a spacesuit with the NASA logo on it. He's also discovering more alien-like creatures that just repeat his movements. After 1 hour through the story, Ryland takes off his helmet and figures out that he doesn't always need oxygen through his spacesuit to breathe in certain areas of the spaceship. Next, Ryland and this rocky-shaped alien are teaching each other things and playing around for a good period. Just saying, none of these aliens are human-like in any way. Ryland has a computer to understand the alien in many scenes. Ryland finally goes back to another science lab, and another group of scientists are recruited for some top-level science stuff which involves some kind of explosion. Next, Old Rocky, the alien, is running in the spaceship and science lab, as the new science crew is chasing him. Throughout the scene, Rocky is talking like a person, which is weird. It's also said that Rocky has super hearing. He can talk through a computer and he likes to repeat things and give orders. Throughout these silly moments, Ryland and Rocky are discussing science stuff. They just landed on Earth and are exploring it through the spaceship. Ryland by this time is on Earth and talking to his female assistant about life stuff, which is cool to see. She also mentions that she believes in God as it beats the alternative, meaning science. An underrated plot point in Project Hail Mary is discussions of dying to save dying stars in space. I know it's confusing. Then Ryland is flying through space in some bright colors all around the Earth, and some peril ensues. But Ryland makes it out alive in a broken spaceship. So after this, Ryland parties it up and flies back to Earth. I guess the final mission is not completed by the end of the story. Overall, Project Hail Mary is alright. It's a very confusing story. The movie is pretty much about science, space travel, and Ryland befriending a spider-like alien. Ryan Gosling played Ryan Grace very well. The end of Project Hail Mary doesn't exactly make sense. Project Hail Mary is probably more PG than PG-13. Well, that's all I have to say about Project Hail Mary 2026. Thanks for watching.